CMS Superintendent Dr. Clayton Wilcox and U.S. Attorney Andrew Murray in here with us today. Stand up and speak out. This is a great program. Let's start with you over there, U.S. Attorney Andrew Murray. Tell us a little bit about this program, how it all got started.
This is just an initiative that's been going on for many, many years, and it's to just bring CMS, the U.S. Attorney's Office, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, together with the parents and children to have an initiative to speak about bullying. Bullying is just so pervasive in our schools. It causes so many problems. It causes kids to withdraw. It causes depression. It causes suicide. It causes kids to not finish school, and bullying tends to end up in my office where we end up prosecuting. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to prevent it at an age where it needs to be prevented, and make certain that we make a difference in the schools.
And obviously it's gotten worse with social media over the years. I mean, that has to...
Apart from when I went to school, where you just had to worry about it on the bus when you were next to that person, right, or in that one classroom. Now it's on your phone, it's on your social media, it's everywhere. You can't get away from it. And now that those that bully just think they're doing it facelessly. They can do it from anywhere, and they think they can get away with it.
And Dr. Wilcox, the numbers on this, you're talking like 1 in 4 kids are getting bullied in schools. That's quite surprising.
I think that is the challenge too. That if 1 in 4 kids are, feeling that they're bullied, that means that there are bulliers on the other side of that equation. Mm-hmm. So it's a much deeper problem that we have. That some people feel that they have either the right or an opportunity to really make other kids feel less than, make other kids feel that school isn't a place that they ought to be.
And a lot of times the bullier has problems too. My son was bullied in middle school. Come to find out, the guy that was bullying him, his father had killed his mother. And this little boy was lost, his bullier. So is there help for the kid that's doing the bullying too?
Well, all too often what we find is that the bullying is a learned behavior. You see it on the street, you see it in your home where aggression kind of gets what you want to get. So the help that we offer is really twofold. We do help those who are the victim of the bully, but we also try to reach out and say to the bully, why is this going on? How do we stop this going forward? But all too often, because it's part of this kind of larger ecosystem that the child lives in, that's a real difficult stop.
How do I approach this as a parent if my kid comes home and says they're being bullied? What steps would I take?
Well, let me say, first, if you're the student or if you're mom or dad, you can go to any of our websites, whether it's a page at a school or a district website. There's an opportunity to report bullying anonymously. What I would say to a parent is you've got to talk to your child every single day. And you can't just let them say, oh yeah, everything's fine. Push on that a little bit and really begin to delve into, is your son or daughter's mood changing? Are they more reluctant to go to school than they once were? Do they talk all too often about a kid in a negative light? I think that really begins with great homeschool communication.
What can the student do? I mean, is there anything they can do to curb the bullying, the child themselves that's being bullied?
Well, I think the child who's being bullied can certainly report it, and then what happens is our administrative team, their classroom teachers, others will start to weigh in on that. But it begins by saying, you know what, I want this to stop. Now, the one thing that we know all too often is the person who's being bullied is probably the least likely to report it because they already feel bad about it. And so what we say to all the kids is if you see something, say something. If you see a child being picked on in your class, say something. Either use this anonymous source that we have or go to another responsible adult in the school.
The program's called Stand Up, Speak Out, and in studio, CMS Superintendent Dr. Clayton Wilcox and U.S. Attorney General Andrew Murray in here. Andrew, question, what would you say to a parent who has a response to this? Their kid comes home and they say they're being bullied, and the parent says, well, you just need to fight back.
That's a bad answer. We really need to teach young men and women how to do conflict resolution. That's lost now, I think, in the communities. And so it's having the discussion. How do you deal with this? How do you have the discussion? How do you talk to parents? How do you talk to counselors? But also how not to get into a situation where it becomes confrontational, right? And to learn how to resolve it. And part of that is at CMS schools learning, they have counselors. They have people that can get into these situations and help the bullier and the victim. And both of them then can become productive citizens and never end up in my office.
And you know what also is fantastic? Maybe you're not being bullied, maybe you're not the bullier, but maybe you're experiencing it around you, you're seeing it happen. You need to step up and say something.
Absolutely. You know, I think every person is responsible for creating a better environment. Every person who hears this can make the world a little bit better. I think that's true in every one of our schools. Young people who look after their colleagues will make their school a better place.
Dr. Wilcox, I know a lot of folks that listen to us now, they may not live in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area, and they're serviced by outlying county school districts. But still, we want to give the school district the opportunity to handle this situation through notifying someone, right?
Absolutely. So, regardless of what school system you go to, because bullying is not confined to CMS.
Right.
Bullying, you find it in Union County, you find it in Cabarrus County, you find it everywhere. So, I would say to a young person or a parent, reach out to your school principal, reach out to your classroom teacher, reach out to the guidance counselor. If you feel that your child is being bullied, say something, because you have to become the best advocate for your child.
So how would folks get more information about this? I know there's a pledge they can take. Where would they go?
They would go to our website, and I'm sorry, I don't have that date, but we can get it to you.
Okay. Just go to the website, and I know there's a pledge you can sign. All that kind of stuff is all there. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for what you're doing. We appreciate you stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you.